Deep in the heart of Gatundu South lies the first richest family in Kenya, except we barely know anything about them. This family has amassed a significant fortune, estimated at around $500 million, which is approximately 65 billion Kenyan shillings. Their wealth is deeply rooted in various sectors, including banking, agriculture, media, and real estate. The family has acquired vast tracts of land, estimated to cover a whole county.
It's bigger than Luo Nyanza, all of Luo Nyanza, and it is bigger than all of Kiambu.
This financial empire traces back to the pre-colonial period and has been expanded under the leadership of his son. To put that into perspective, if you combine the revenue of Safaricom, Equity Bank, and NCBA Group, it would still be less than half of what this family has. Here's the thing. You've probably heard their name before, but you likely don't know much about them. That's because this family has intentionally remained very secretive. They never do interviews. They're never in the spotlight. The public knows practically nothing about them, and they have done everything in their power to fly under the radar, and for good reason. But thanks to the Pandora Papers for exposing some wealthy individuals.
They show the extreme lengths to which some of the world's wealthiest and most powerful people go to avoid taxes, scrutiny, and accountability.
This is the family behind some of the most iconic brands like Brookside Milk. And also they have invested in major sectors like Kenya Airways, real estate, and many others. We all grew up knowing as kids. Stay tuned, and this is the truth about the Kenyatta's family wealth. Kamau Sirka was born in 1894 in the fertile Central Highlands of what was then known as British East Africa. He studied at a Christian mission school. The young Kamau signaled his ambitions by taking the name Jomo Kenyatta, a local word for burning spear. Jomo Kenyatta returned home to lead a pro-independence party and was quickly imprisoned by the British on unfounded and politically motivated charges that he led the nationwide rebellion then underway. When he left prison nearly 9 years later, Jomo took charge of independence negotiations, and in 1963, Kenya gained independence with Kenyatta as Prime Minister. In 1964, he became the country's first president, and he presided over an economic boom that burned the country's reputation as a post-colonial model.
I think some of you have been maybe worried what will happen if Kenyatta comes to be the head of the government.
But instead of building democracy, Kenyatta turned the fledgling nation into a one-party state marked by arbitrary detention, torture, and political assassination.
Did you know that the Kenyatta family land is 27,058 square kilometers?
Kenyans discovered that property had simply shifted from European elites to Kenyatta cronies, turning promised land reform into a land grab.
Which translates to 6,686,171 acres of land. We are talking about 6.7 million acres of land.
A commission backed by the United Nations would later discover that within a span of 2 years, 1/6 of all properties previously owned by Europeans, including vast farms and valuable coastal real estate, were cheaply sold to Kenyatta, his family, and their allies. Ruiru, Kiambu County, Northland City is a significant real estate project spearheaded by the Kenyatta family. This ambitious development aims to transform 11,576 acres of land into a mixed-use urban center designed to accommodate about 250,000 residents. The estimated cost of the project is around 500 billion. A approximately $4.5 billion. The family had amassed a lot of wealth during the pre- and post-colonial period. With that all wealth, they decide to venture into Kenyan business. The Kenyatta family's business interests are extensive and diversified. Some of their most notable ventures include Brookside Milk, founded in 1993, is the largest milk processing company in Kenya and a significant player in the East African dairy market. The company is closely associated with the Kenyatta family, specifically Muhoho Kenyatta, who serves as the executive chairman. Brookside has established itself as a market leader, controlling approximately 40 to 45% of the dairy market share in Kenya. The family has also bought shares in major banking entities, such as NCBA Group Bank in Kenya, where the family holds a 13.2% stake, contributing significantly to their wealth through dividends. Mediamax Group offers a diverse range of media platforms to connect with audiences across Kenya. The group has various TV stations. K24 TV is a leading television channel providing news, entertainment, and current affairs. Kamime TV, a Kikuyu language station that focuses on community issues and local stories. And radio stations Milele FM, known for its popular music and entertainment shows. Kamime Radio, another Kikuyu language station offering news and entertainment. Mayan Radio, Emu FM, and Msenangu FM regional stations catering to different Kenyan audiences. People Daily, a national newspaper covering news, politics, business, and lifestyle. Mediamax reaches millions each month, claiming around 40 million radio listeners, 35 million TV viewers, and over 11 million followers on social media. The Kenyatta family acquired Mediamax from Rose Kimoto. This purchase aligns with their larger strategy of expanding their influence in Kenya's media and other key sectors. In hotel sector, the Kenyatta's Heritage Hotels stands out as a key player in Kenya's hospitality industry.
The family owns Heritage Group of Hotels, which runs Great Rift Valley Lodge in Naivasha, Mala Explorer Voyage, Ziwan, Sambulu Interpipe, Mala Intrapipe, Voyage Beach Resort in Mombasa, and Dungwani Explorer in Lamu,
offering a range of luxurious accommodations while emphasizing sustainability and community engagement. Its affiliation with the Kenyatta family adds to its prominence within the broader context of Kenyan tourism and business.
President Uhuru Kenyatta has come out to fight off allegations of financial wrongdoing by the Kenyatta family following revelations that of cash and offshore accounts belonging to the first family.
In Kenya, debate is rife over the morality of hiding wealth in tax havens. That's because the country's president, Uhuru Kenyatta, was among the world's rich who were named this week in the Pandora Papers.
Massive trove of documents revealing how the uber rich are hiding their money and assets in offshore accounts. The International Consortium of Investigative Journalists releasing nearly 12 million documents. They're dubbed the Pandora Papers. They show the extreme lengths to which some of the world's wealthiest and most powerful people go to avoid taxes, scrutiny, and accountability.
In the papers is having accumulated wealth in offshore entities over decades, according to the ICIJ.
That President Kenyatta and his family have amassed nearly $30 million over the last decades in offshore assets. The assets, which include a house in London, are held by various companies and foundations in...
Investigation has not found any evidence to suggest corruption relating to the first family. What it has found is a trove of documents showing that members of the family have used offshore locations for at least 10 years.
Stated, and I quote, "The Pandora Papers and the subsequent follow-up audits will lift the veil of secrecy and darkness for those who cannot explain their assets or wealth," end of quote.
And Kenyatta himself has long vowed to fight corruption in his country, and he continues with that tone today in his reaction to this.
While there are claims that during the Uhuru regime, money was stolen.
Uhuru's government literally cleaned the central bank and the treasury. $1 million went to certain accounts that have been transferred from one tax haven to another. I'm told the last time it was in a Luxembourg account.